Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, I'm back. The long-awaited return of the Goose Tord. Yes, the Goose Tord. Nah, nobody's waited for me. But today, there's another book review. Monster Blood. I read this like a month ago, 2 months, 3 months, before summer break. So don't get mad at me if I miss anything. Okay. So yes, Monster Blood, the first of the four. I'll be reviewing all four of them. Not today. No. I took a 2-month break. You think I'm gonna do 4 videos in a day? Sure. But anyways, yes, Monster Blood. So let's just jump right in. Read the back. So blood everywhere. Yeah, it's just while staying with his weird. I'm a little slow. Okay. While staying with his weird Aunt Catherine, Evan visits a funky old toy store and buys a dusty can of Monster Blood. It's fun to play with at first, and Evan's dog Trigger likes it so much he eats some. But then Evan notices something weird about the green slimy stuff. It keeps growing. It seems to be growing and growing. And all that growing has given the Monster Blood a monstrous appetite. Dude, I'm slow. The past minute and 30 seconds of that was me stuttering over my words. But yes, Monster Blood, definitely the best of the 4 in the original series, obviously. But so the story begins with Evan going to his aunt's because his mom and dad have to go find a house in Atlanta. And that will actually be in the other 4 books, but oh well, whatever. So yeah, she's obviously weird. She's deaf. Yeah, she's deaf. So she can't really hear. And she ties Trigger up outside, which is Evan's dog. Yeah, it's kind of sad. But yes, she ties him up outside, and basically nothing really happens until Evan meets this girl named Andrea, but her nickname is Andy. So yeah. So yeah. So pretty much he just meets Andy, and they go to his toy store because she tells him about it. And they buy a blue can of Monster Blood, yeah. And they open it, and they split it. And they were bouncing it outside because they figured out it has a really good bounce. So it came out weird. So yes, they bounced it outside, and Trigger ate some. Just a little bit. But that's too bad, too sad, am I right? So, So, yes, it keeps on growing. Andy comes to him and tells him about that. So, and then they find out Trigger's actually growing. He's a little bigger. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Maybe like 3 foot bigger, but oh well. So they take him to the vet. They say it's just normal, like a late growth spurt. But he's like 11 years old, so no, I don't think it is. So yeah, Trigger's definitely the best character in all Monster Bloods. The 4 original ones. So yeah, when they tell him that, he just keeps growing, and the Monster Blood they have is getting bigger. First, they shove it in a bathtub, and then they shove it in a trash can. Then Trigger's huge, okay, and the Trigger knocks the trash. I think it was Trigger. Not sure. Something happens and the trash can knocks over, and so the Monster Blood gets out, and it turns into this big ball. And it eats 2 bullies. Yes, two twins. Pretty sure their names were the Bermuda twins. They bullied Evan in another chapter, but yeah, it eats them, and then it eats a robin on the ground, which that poor little robin, he didn't deserve it. And then it wanders into Aunt Catherine's house. Yeah, and that cat. There was a cat at the beginning. Forgot to mention that. I don't know how, but one of the main characters. But yeah, she's the villain, basically, except for Monster Blood, but. Yeah, so pretty much the cat, there's a black cat, and it's actually a witch, and it cast a spell on Aunt Catherine, and Aunt Catherine cast a spell on the Monster Blood because the cat made her. Weird, but so yeah, when that happened, the Monster Blood grew, obviously, and then when it was in their house. It's kind of a cartoony move right here for the end, but Trigger busts the door down, and he paws at the cat lady, and she falls into the Monster Blood, and the Monster blood shrinks into a little piece, okay? In that piece, They look away for 2 seconds, Evan and Andy, and she's gone. So yeah, it was a pretty good book. The only reason I think is that it's better because I read 4 Monster Bloods back to back, and they get progressively worse. Okay, so yeah, the best one of the bunch. I like this book, not too bad, honestly. So yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Bye.